Coming up on DITV, we tell you about a hate speech act on campus.
And later, we'll introduce you to one of the parties running for student government.
We give you a sneak peek at DITV's new mini-series, Beyond the Swarm.
So much for those sunshine rays. Find out more in this week's weather.
All that and more coming your way.
Don't go anywhere. DITV starts now. Good morning and thanks for tuning in. I'm Christopher Cervantes.
And I'm Alexis Tanzi. Nazi-related graffiti was found on the inside of the pedestrian tunnel near the old art building last week. University of Iowa staff reported multiple sightings of the graffiti to the UI Police Department. The university's Schulman Hillel Foundation says they take matters of anti-Semitism and hate very seriously, and they will not tolerate acts of hate in any form. Anyone who has information relating to the incident is encouraged to contact the UI Police Department.
Yesterday, Ivanka Trump made a visit to Waukee, Iowa for a tour of the high-tech professional development program the local school district offers. The program allows students to explore various career paths through hands-on projects and work experiences with local employers. This visit was in part with the efforts of the White House to expand federal job training programs and expand rural work development. After the tour, Ivanka and Governor Kim Reynolds held a discussion with members of the community. The discussion focused on encouraging expansion of rural development and having more women and people of color pursuing careers in science.
The Iowa Senate has long been debating a bill on abortion that threatens the University of Iowa's gynecology residence program. The program allows students to learn to perform abortions safely. This is the only program of its kind in the state, but the university may soon no longer have a program. According to the university, the gynecology department within the College of Medicine would not be able to provide the full scope of family planning training required to be accredited for graduate medical education. If the bill is passed, students in the program would have to train in states that allow abortions.
The campaign cycle for UISG has officially kicked off. This year, there are 4 parties running for office.
The Daily Iowan will be sitting down with each of the parties to get an overview of their platform. We have Becca Skadden in our segment studio with a look at one of these parties. Becca.
Hi guys, that's right. It is officially campaign season, and we here at DITV are super excited to introduce to you the parties that are running. The first one we have today is the Empower Iowa Party. The team is made up of President candidate Benjamin Nelson and Vice President candidate Nate Robinson, as well as 29 senators. Benjamin Nelson is a third-year student studying economics and philosophy. He currently serves as a city liaison for UISG. One of the biggest things he hopes to do is continue his work with medical amnesty for students. Nate Robinson is also a third-year student at Iowa. He's worked as a Black Student Success Coordinator in the Vice President of Student Life Office and as a resident assistant in the dorms. One of the biggest things Nate hopes to do is to make student government more accessible to the student body. For more information on their campaign initiatives and individual senator candidates, visit their website at empoweririowa.org. And stick with DITV as we will bring you more information on the other parties. Guys, back to you at the desk.
Near Jacksonville State University yesterday, Calhoun County in Alabama received reports of a possible tornado touchdown near the campus. The Jacksonville Fire Department confirmed that the roof from the Dollar General near campus was blown off a car in a tree, and there is damage to student housing.
So, Chris, it may be officially the first day of spring, but I have a feeling that the warm weather will not be sticking around.
I know, Alexa, it's going to cause a lot of people to be upset, but I know one special weather person that's going to keep that smile. Let's toss it over to Jahisha Thomas in the weather studio, where she has that smile and the weather.
Thanks, Christopher. Yes, I may be all smiles now, but I understand people won't be smiling a little bit later, as Iowa only seems to have wet clouds on deck. That's right, everyone. It's going to be a rainy week. As today, we start with around 40 degrees before heading into tonight. We see a cool 34 degrees. Then looking at our extended forecast, it just goes from bad to bleak as we are once again accompanied by that pesky snow as we hit 35 degrees in the afternoon before shifting to a cooler 30 degrees at night. Then Thursday presents a grey day, although we are met with slightly warmer weather as we reach 45 degrees, nevertheless falls to a blistery 29 degrees in the evening. Friday, however, does present some prospect of potential as we see some sun with our warmest day of the week at 48 degrees. However, we do get a chilly night as we steep to a low 27 degrees at night. Then coming into the weekend, we can see that sun trying its best to peek through those bleak clouds as we hit a respectable 47 degrees before lowering to a cool 33 degrees. Then closing out the weekend, that rain-snow combination just can't get enough. As Sunday, we expect both at around 40 degrees in the afternoon before lowering to about 32 degrees at night. So probably not our warmest reception everyone was planning, but I'm holding on to the fact that if it's all rain now, it means that it's only sun later. Have a wonderful week, everybody, and back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Jahisha. President Trump's modified tariff plan could help businesses, but also hurt consumers. The plan would place a $60 billion annual tariff on products exported from China. Trump believes Chinese companies have stolen American business, and this tariff would slow down American support of the Chinese economy. Chinese companies could choose to raise the price of their products, and American business will have to pay more to import items. A decision on the tariff will be made Friday and will be announced by the Trump administration.
Police found more than 2 pounds of marijuana and $25,000 in cash in an Iowa City apartment. Late February, police searched the apartment on South Johnson Street. Residents Omar Rivas, 21, Kevin Guaman Dumitru, 20, were charged with possession of a controlled substance. Their third roommate, Curtis Jenkins, was charged with possession of drug paraphernalia. If convicted, Rivas faces 15 years in prison. Guaman Dumitru faces 12 years, and Jenkins faces 2 years.
Last night, the Police Community Board meeting discussed the latest issues within Iowa City. DITV News reporter Jahisha Thomas has the story.
At the City Hall in downtown Iowa, a public police board meeting was held in the Helen Conference Room on Monday afternoon. The board meeting included Captain Bill Campbell, who documented and reported the proceedings, along with members of the public who represent part of the City Council Committee. The meetings allow them to gather twice a month, where they tackle issues and complaints that the public submit online in chronological order. Talking to Olivia Green, Senior Administrator of the board, she was able to discuss her role in trying to make a voice for the citizens of Iowa City. Being part of the police academy, she understands the necessary actions that need to be considered to make a city safe and how to address the public concerns. If you would like to be a part of the civic service, then be sure to check out the Community Police Board Forum on April 23rd at 6 p.m. in Iowa City's Public Library, where everyone is welcome and everyone is heard. From the City Hall, this is Jahisha Thomas with DITV.
Chris, Jahisha does the weather and the news. Is there anything she can't do?
Probably not. She's probably perfect, much like our Hawkeye athletics team. Don't you agree?
That's right, Chris. We had a really busy weekend in Hawkeye athletics, but Mary Kay Harrion has more in our sports studio.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, welcome back from spring break. We may have been off, but Hawkeye sports were very busy last weekend between the two NCAA tournaments, and baseball had their first home opener. But now the women's gymnastics team is preparing for the Big Ten championships this upcoming weekend, and 3 Hawkeyes have received Big Ten honors. Lainey Snyder, Nikki Yode, and Nicole Chow earned second-team All-Big Ten honors. This is the second consecutive conference honor for Snyder, while Yode and Chow made the list for the first time in their careers. The selections were determined by calculating each individual's regional qualifying score. These are comprised of taking 6 best performances in an event, dropping the highest score, and averaging the remaining 5. Also, 3 of these scores must be from away meets. The Gym Hawks are back in action, like I said earlier, at the Big Ten Championships this weekend on March 24th in Champaign, Illinois at the State Farm Center. Iowa is set to compete in Session 2 at 4 p.m., so stick with DITV Sports for all of the Gym Hawks updates from the meet. This weekend, the NCAA hosted the National Wrestling Tournament in Cleveland, Ohio, where Penn State wrestling team won the title in dramatic fashion, including 4 individual champions. Here's what head coach Cale Sanderson and the team had to say following their win.
Well, I'm obviously very proud of these guys. I think they put forth a tremendous effort throughout the whole year, and great day today, great day yesterday, and just proud of them and happy for them more than anything.
I was definitely super excited. I mean, it's a crazy moment, so they interview you straight after. It's like you don't really have time to cool down or anything, but everything I said is true. You know, we go to Penn State to win titles as an individual and as a team, and that's what we do, and that's what we train for. And we have the best coaches in the country, best facilities, best fans, and best wrestling easily.
This year, the only difference was I knew that was the last time I was going to wear this singlet, so I said it before, but just kind of making the most of this opportunity. Just as nervous as I was the first time, doing this. That doesn't go away, so I think it was definitely fun, and it's kind of sad. This is the last time I'm wearing this.
I'm not trying to prove myself to anybody, If I'm trying to prove myself, it's trying to prove myself to myself, really. I was just thinking that before the match, that, I was nervous, I rarely go in a match like a lot of people, I'm going to win this match, I consider all the outcomes before I wrestle, and helps me stay calm and relaxed knowing that whether you win or lose, everything's the same after. It's just a sport.
Well, Iowa finished third place behind the Nittany Lions and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Well, for some former Hawkeye football players, this next month and a half is crunch time, trying to impress NFL scouts before day one of the NFL draft, which will take place from April 26th to the 28th in Arlington, Texas. Hawkeyes Josh Jackson, Josie Jewell, James Daniels, Sean Welsh, and Akram Wadley got the chance 2 weeks ago to impress the scouts at the NFL Combine. But for the rest of the Hawkeyes, next Monday is their chance to shine as Iowa will host their annual Pro Day. Over the next month, I will be sitting down with each of the former Hawkeyes to talk about their journeys at Iowa and what's next for their futures. Here's a preview of our new mini-series, Beyond the Swarm.
I'm a leader, I'm a playmaker, and I know when I step on the field, I'm going to be able to make plays.
Tough, can go in between tackles, I can go outside, everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's just when you get on the field, you got to put that, you got to put your brain towards that. You got to focus on that. It's kind of no more Mr. Nice Guy. It's all football.
Beyond the Swarm will make its debut for the first time on DITV on Tuesday, April 3rd, so look out for that. But come back tomorrow for highlights from Iowa baseball's matchup with St. Louis University. Guys, back over to you.
That's all we have for you on this Tuesday morning edition of DITV.
Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all the latest news between Monday and Friday.
Or if you're on the run, you can pick up a printed edition of the Daily Iowan on stands now. For DITV, I'm Christopher Cervantes.
And I'm Alexis Tienzi. Have a great day, Iowa City, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, bright and early.